All right, today we're jumping into the fearless legacy of one of golf's most exciting and, let's say, unpredictable figures, Phil Mickelson. So, back in 2021, at 50 years old, Phil Mickelson did something that most people thought was basically impossible in professional golf. He went out and won the PGA Championship. I mean, this victory absolutely stunned the sports world and made him, get this, the oldest player to ever win a major tournament. What a moment. It was totally historic, and it proved that in a sport often dominated by the young guys, experience and just pure raw determination could still come out on top. And that's the real question, right? How did a 50-year-old completely defy the odds to make history like that? Well, to answer that, we've got to go back and really understand the unique story of the man behind this incredible win. Okay, so to really get a handle on Mickelson, we have to rewind all the way to the very beginning and his highly unconventional start in the game of golf. Everybody knows him by his nickname, Lefty. Seems simple enough, right? But believe it or not, that name is hiding a pretty fascinating secret. Okay, so here's the kicker. Phil Mickelson is naturally right-handed. Yeah, you heard that right. He learned the game as a toddler by standing right across from his dad and just mirroring his right-handed swing. It was this simple act that pretty much set the stage for the creative, unconventional approach he'd take his entire career. So that unique, mirrored swing, it became the rocket fuel for a totally dominant amateur career and was the foundation for that signature, risk-taking style that would make him a legend. And just look at how quickly he took over the sport. Winning 3 national championships in college, that's huge. But winning a professional PGA Tour event in 1991 as an amateur, that's almost unheard of. The guy was already a star before he even turned pro. And this is why fans absolutely fell in love with his game. He wasn't just a great golfer. He was an entertainer. He was known for attempting these incredibly difficult shots that most other players would just, play it safe and avoid. It was aggressive, exciting, high-reward golf. All right, so let's talk about how that fearless style translated into a professional career that was defined by some incredible highs and, let's be honest, some unbelievable near misses. Throughout his legendary career, Mickelson racked up an impressive, almost staggering 45 wins on the PGA Tour. And among those wins are the ones that really, really matter. 6 major championships. These are the absolute pinnacle of a golfer's career. And he won 3 Masters, 2 PGA championships, and 1 Open championship. But then there's this number, 6. And this kind of tells the other side of his story. It's the number of times he finished second at the US Open, the one major he could never quite capture. It remains one of the most unusual and, you gotta say, heartbreaking records in all of golf. So when you look at the whole picture, Mickelson's legacy is about way more than just numbers on a scorecard. It's about the profound impact he had on the sport itself. I mean, his charisma was off the charts. He built this massive, loyal following with his fan-friendly personality. And of course, his legendary rivalry with Tiger Woods that ignited one of the most exciting eras in golf. It was the perfect contrast. Tiger's focused, methodical dominance versus Phil's charismatic, high-stakes artistry. It brought countless new fans to the game. He is, without a doubt, one of the sport's most influential figures. And all of this brings us to a final thought, a question that really encapsulates his entire career. It forces us to ask what truly defines greatness in sports. Is it the total number of trophies on a shelf, or is it the unforgettable, fearless way the game is played?